Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
I don't hear him.
Here we go! 30 base. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Hey, Sam on! Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
218, chop.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Roll out. SOS. Watch the eye. Shoot. Fair. Fight.
Now a handoff looking right. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Nice beat.
Let's go. 60 or. Push him back. Rock it. Go. Switch. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Shepard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Bravo.
You've been so busy, you don't even know.
Check.
2nd and 3. Throwing the outlet and complete. It's Houston. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Jameson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Check the backer, check the backer. You draw Corker. Shift. Get it.
On first down, it's Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, high 7.
29 is the Mike 29. Here we go, D, get off the field.
2nd and 2. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Charlie.
29 is the Mike 29. Hey, man, watch the boot. 29 is the Mike 29. I'm coming.
From the gun, Jameson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
This is it. 19. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still at 55. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch up. 49, check 49, check 49. Go, go.
Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Hey, exit.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
Throwing after the interception, Jamison. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass.
Ready.
That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
3 down. Watch 9.
Show it. You go tight. You got
Leo. Fight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go.
Mike 29. You don't want that.
Operating from the gun, Jamison. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he fields it cleanly. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the...
This is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Check.
Hey, echo.
Mike 10. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Right here. That's what I do. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. 29 is a Mike. 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 29 is a
On 1st and 10, Jameson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run on 1st down. McCarthy, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, he's going to, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hatch it. Check 31. Alert flare.
Get it.
Now they try the right side here. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Greystone, travel.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Big grip.
To throw on 3rd down. Jamison over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Here we go. 15, run. 59.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. 31 yards there and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jamison throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Box drop.
I'm going to come back to you.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Houston. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Tackle. Check. Check 13.
Joe out.
Check.
Yep.
Check.
General West.
Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Down. 70. Indy.
Watch the slip.
Hey, Zoo. Recon. 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
29 is Mike.
From the gun, Jamison. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Wahoo!
Mike 29. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 29 is Mike 29. Here we go. 29 is Mike 29.
Operating from the gun, Jamison. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, it's McCarthy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike 10, Mike 10. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, we got Mike 10 right there. Go.
To throw on second down. Jamison throwing the out route and complete. That's Houston. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Protein spill. Mike 10, Mike 10. No gain on this defense, no gain. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Hey, here we go.
On third down, Jamison. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf, rock, rocket, rocket. Check, check, Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Hey, Delta. I've got Mike 10 right here, guys, Mike 10. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 10's the mic. 10's the mic. Watch QB draw. Get it.
On first down, Jamison. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set up. 50. Plant. 10, Mike 10. Watch the run. Hey, lock it. Check 20. 80 weapon. Hey, check 24. Watch 20. Bravo. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Beat Griffin.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a smooth. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Rip right. Rip right. And we got Mike 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Jamison. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Mike 10, Mike 10. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Charlie. Dude.
From the gun, Jamison. He hits right, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10.
Go. Mike 10. Check back. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Get in the weight room. Hey, exit. 10's the mic. 10's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Jamison. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Under 10, 10. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Watson, off play action. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 72.
Yo, you there? You there, Mr. Belton?
What's up?
Nah, he paused it.
2 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
I'm not sure if he's going to I'm not sure if he's going to jump on it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hey, if you're listening, I'm not trying to run up the score.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You're watching. Folks at home
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Roman, you might be tuning into one of these Lions broadcasts. Shout out to you too.
Hey, Haywood! Snap!
Back to throw. McGill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. They brought that.
Wow. He's probably going to try to challenge that, huh?
That time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
We're in the clock curve again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Indy.
Double time.
Hey, echo.
10's the mic, 10's the mic. Exit. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Jameson.
I got you, boy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop.
Oh, a free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Lions. Rookie Provost, I think he has like...
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down, it's McCarthy, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. McGill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
2 guys out there. Oh,
it is intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 29-yard line.
90 Wolf.
17 years.
Look at me. Zipper.
Officer and the guy who got killed.
61. Matchbox lights. Go.
On second down now. It's Shepard able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
He has his own show.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Hard, hard. Hey, zoom.
Chin's the mic. Chin's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, Jameson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Oliver. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
That's the cop.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
His huge job, I mean, like,
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Like if you were black, I'd be like, oh, that's because you think all white people feel like.
Okay, well, that dude's a porn star. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
That's Floyd. He's also an actor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw. McGill. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first down. McGill. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back to throw. McGill.
Missed the kid. Oh, hands it off to Pendleton with the 93 speed.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check it out, Reed.
Hey, wahoo!
Tens the mic. Tens the mic. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Blue Dan.
Looking to throw. Jameson. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Once again, not trying to run the score up or anything.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Hooker with the heart.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.
Got it.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up
Well, let's see. I could either kneel it and give you the ball before, which would be horrible field position, or I can just kick a field goal. I'm going to kick a field goal. That seems like the...
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Funny because just wasn't up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
It's good, because I was starting to possibly regret letting Woods go in the offseason for a 2nd-round pick.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
5. Get it.
On 1st and 10, McGill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
On the double.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Look at me. Go.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 59. Mike 59. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. All day, baby, all day. Give it up.
To throw on second down, Jamison. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
He'll
get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I mean, I think it was legitimately.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McGill dancing to his left. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The good thing is,
they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. McGill buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, not just media, there's groups that are going to self-sufficient as a race for their kids. You find out these guys they have history. It should be just domestic violence.
You want to call timeout?
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
That whole thing is...
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
I've never been.
On first down, McGill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. McGill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
be involved in legitimate
McGill. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. McGill. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
All the time, valuable things. And for no reason that they make over $100,000.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you would think, you would think that.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
A lot of these like major theft crimes.
From the gun, McGill, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
I like your heart,
and
though.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Go.
Now they try the right side here. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got
Ready?
They'll try the left side. Shepard, and he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, team.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
5.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. McGill. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring in the